And please, let's give Kyle and his whole PFON program a round of applause.
Yay, Kyle.
You've added immeasurably to this, to the enjoyment, to the diversity in the conference, and I know it was a tremendous effort to have such representation here. So thank you all for coming. I'm very pleased and honored to be here. Myself, I've been to many ULU summits. I feel like this was maybe the most interactive, connected, energetic one, yeah. And I was asked to give a few closing remarks.
This is what Doc Tusi looks like if he was a white guy and he lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, you know what, Kalani? I normally tell Doc Tusi, you're more than twice the man I am.
I'm more than twice.
But maybe he's a little bit below twice me now. In referring to his weight loss, not his stature as a human. I've been so honored to work with Doc Tusi. I know he gave everything to make this happen over the last few months. And he's probably just recovering now. I didn't really take notes. I just have a few thoughts I wanted to share. One of the themes that I really picked up this time in this summit is the theme of food security.
Ew.
And local food systems. You know what, Kalani? It doesn't feel right that I stand here.
I got you, brother. I got you back. I came
We
up here.
always do things together. So
It's like Jack Johnson says, we're better together.
So the food security theme has been very strong, and that has to do with, if you go deeper, resilient local food systems, resilient local economy, and so many people are working on that now.
Yeah, and you know, it has a lot of different component slices to it that all feed into the farmer's capacity. And that includes fractalized energy system deliveries. That includes having control of water in our own ahupua'as, having control of the resources we need to revitalize the soil.
And this started for me. I've been working with Diane for many years on breadfruit publications, agroforestry. Diane came to Kona, and she was giving talks around Hawaii about her project for breadfruit, the Hunger Project, which Diane's idea was that breadfruit can feed people, it's abundant, it's low input. And I was sitting there in the audience and I thought, hey, you know what? We have hungry people in Hawaii. I think we actually need to do that here.
Yeah.
We have one of the highest rates of food insecurity amongst children in the United States. So that's where this all started. And that was like a seed. You know, when you plant a seed, or let's say you're planting a keiki of a tree, it has an organic rate of growth.
Ew.
And so over the past 12 years, what's happened is all around the world, this movement or this passion, this growth for breadfruit has been growing, I would say, at an organic rate. I think that's very healthy. We don't want to push it too hard. Things can fall apart very easily. So there's an organic process going on.
Absolutely, which is in direct opposition to this agricultural style of monocropping, pushing the crop, forcing it to produce more than it should in its time. All things in their own time.
Another aspect of this is, and I can feel it in this audience, we're here to give back to our communities, to give back to breadfruit, to give back to the environment, to actually give back without an expectation necessarily of any return. Yeah. That's very healthy, and I think that's a very good place to be.
It's, you know, it's that idea of kokua. You know, my grandfather was always offended when he saw those posters. Please, kokua. Ko is strong. Kua is your back. Kokua is the help that comes unasked for, unexpected, and without any expectation of repayment. So once the state is going, could you please kokua? That's not actually kokua.
Another observation is we were never actually disconnected from the ulu tree. We were never actually disconnected from our environment.
No.
It's just a matter of our perspective. And I think those of us who did not grow up with ulu, as well as those who did, are reconnecting their perspective to breadfruit and what our environment needs and what we can give back.
Absolutely. And you know, perspective is an interesting thing. My grandfather said to me, you know, boy, the moon is always half in shadow. You think it's going through phases, but that's because of your unique perspective. He said, change your position and look again. The moon is always half in shadow. So when we do this development together, let's remember to not only keep an eye on the light that we shine, but be careful for the shadow we cast. Ayo?
And finally, I would like to remind you, I've been to many conferences in my life, and we're all going to go home and go off and do our own things. But we want the energy of the conference to sustain.
Yeah.
So I invite you to see this not as the end of a conference, but as a gathering that we've had that's been very powerful, and we move forward and we reconnect and keep connected through breadfruit people, through our individual contacts, through our sharing and giving to each other.
And to demonstrate the connectivity as family. Kaitu and I have not seen each other in gotta be 8 years. And as soon as I saw him in the lobby of the hotel, it's like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I mean. We cannot do this as institutions. We cannot do this as even powerful individuals. We must do this as family. A word of caution, the shadow. Family always has that uncle you don't trust around the 13-year-old girls. Family always got that crazy aunt. Every Thanksgiving, she brings up the same old story for 15 years. But at New Year's, the uncle and the aunt are both still at the dinner table because they're family. And so we make accommodations. We never let that uncle be alone with those 13-year-old girls. And we cut Auntie's wine off at 2 o'clock. So, you know, we don't have to hear the same thing again. Ayo?
Ayo. Mahalo, everyone.
Mahalo nui, Dr. Craig. So as we started, so we depart. We like to say, you start right, end right. And as Dr. Craig suggested, this isn't the ending, but the beginning. And if you recall, when we started, we were saying about how we're all connected. And usually when you complete something, you ask yourself, was that successful? Was this successful for you? Did you achieve? Did you learn? Did you get? Were you fed? Ew? Yeah. So if so, we leave here piha. We leave here full. But as Kaho Kalani says, there's always a cautionary note. Yeah. What is the definition of success that we all walk out of here with? Remember, in our world today, much of our success is based on accounting procedures and practices. where we determine our success by saying how much. But we live in a space in a world that comes from an accountability procedure, where our success is measured by how well. You know? So how well was your time here when we leave? Yeah. Keep in mind that this is about belonging and not just belongings. Yeah. This is a relational thing, not a transactional thing. And I hope each and every one of us built new relations, restored and renewed relations, so that one, we can live together in this place well. Be well. Be well. Be well. Yeah. Everyone, please put your left hand out and say Ma. Ma. Internal, inside, towards me, the Ma. Yeah. Everyone put your right hand out, say Na. That's out, external. Yeah. Na stands up, Ma sits down. Ma comes in, Na goes out. Ma and Na. Ew? Everybody put your hands together. What is that? Manna. Yeah. Ma and Na. Hanaho, manna. 2 times. 3 times. Keep it going. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're just too kind. We leave here with manna. That's what we call hands-on. Yeah? So when you leave, make sure you put hands on somebody. Pass the manna, share the manna. But always share the aloha. Yo? Aloha mai kako. Aloha, aloha, aloha.
May we all be protected as we cross the dark ocean. May the great Creator watch over us all and bring peace to the village, and bring life to the land, and bring joy to the Opio, and bring satisfaction to the Kupuna, and bring the mana to the Makua to support us all. Eo, Eo. Such a pleasure to be here with fellow Mahiai who actually get in the soil and work the land. As Diane was saying, many times we're just in the room with the researchers and the scientists. Me, I grew up on a cattle farm. Me, I still wake up at 4:15 every morning. Me, I used to work as a musician. That was a stupid occupation choice, because I would get off work at 2 o'clock and wake up at 4:15 in the morning. So I gave up the music, but I have not given up the farming. Hail. Hail. God bless you, each and every one. God keep you safe and lift up your face into his countenance. God grant you the happiness that you deserve. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is wonderful to be in this room with you. Brother, give him the Oli, send him out the door.
remember, when things